All right, you guys now have three ways to solve systems of linear equations: one by graphing, one by substitution, one by elimination, which we did in 2 lessons at the end. The last one made you multiply in order to cancel out variables. And now we're going to apply this to real-world situations, the systems anyway. So let's go ahead and read this and investigate how to set up and solve a system. So in this one, it says, after leaving her hotel, a student is walking to a cafe to have breakfast and do some sightseeing. On the way, she passes 2 stores, so we already know there's going to be a comparison. And they rent bicycles. Oh, so we're renting bicycle. The first shop charges an initial fee of $7 and $2.75 an hour. The other one has an initial, flat fee of just $3 an hour, no initial fee. Over breakfast, the students need to decide which rental agency to use and how should she start. All right. Begin by finding the function that represents the cost of each rental. Let f of t be the cost of renting a bike for t hours for the first shop, and g of t is going to be the second shop. So the initial cost we had up here, right? Before we even took it, it was $7 from the first shop. And that $7, you know, is going to be our start, so that is going to be the y-intercept. All right. The slope of it, that $2.75 per hour, all right, the slope of this is the rate of change, or the slope, you could say, change of the cost as a function of time. All right. So that means the slope of the first mile, I'll write as a fraction. That's $2.75 per hour. $2.75, that's why it's a function of time, because as this changes, so does that. This makes the first function, f of t, 2.75 t plus 7. Similarly, the function renting a bicycle from the second shop is really just 3t, right? Because there's no initial, it's just the slope. $3 per hour. Once the student decides the length of time she plans to spend on her bike, she can solve the linear system of the 2 functions. Let's just put it right here. All right, we'll do set notation here. We'll say the first function, f of t, equals 275, that's terrible, 275t, plus 7, and the second function, g of t, equals 3t. You should write this. This will get you used to seeing some set notation to show a system of equations. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Under what condition should this real type of world situation have no solution? Well, since I'm going to show you why it does have a solution, right? This has a solution because although this one costs more to start off, per hour it's less. So this one will slowly catch up every hour, and it starts off as less money. So I would say they would have no solution. Have no solution if the hourly rates were the same. And there might be other factors, right? Maybe one has better bikes, but if they had the hourly rates of the same, most people would choose the one that doesn't make you pay to start off. All right. Under what conditions would it have infinitely solutions? Well, if they both charged the same everything. If they had, I was going to say had same y-intercept, just like last time, and slope. But in terms of this one, if they had the same start price and they had the same hourly rate. All right, let's keep going a little bit. All right, we got another one here. I think we have 6 pages, so this is the end of the second. Often a company will charge a startup fee for its services, followed by a monthly or per unit cost. All right, we know this. This can be written as a linear function in slope-intercept form. Totally true. When the costs of the same service are different, companies must be compared. The variable amount for each must represent the same thing. Both models should produce values of the same type of units. So if one's in hours, the other's in hours. If one function models yearly income in terms of thousands of dollars, the other function models monthly income, right? The comparison will not be accurate. So sometimes we have to change them so they are using the same units, right? Let's see this guy. Determine the cost of two services will be the same amount and at what price it will be. When will they be the same amount? Well, let's hopefully they gave us something that works here. Hold on. Video streaming atomic service streams for $10 membership and $1 movie. Right. Video Buzz charges $15 membership and 50 cents per movie. How many movies will you download for them to have identical? All right, there we go. So, identify the information. Atomic Stream had the first one, 10%, $10 membership fee, and I think it was $1 per video. Let's go ahead and put dollar signs here. The other one was $15 membership fee, but they were only 50 cents or half a dollar, right? So our first one, all right, let's say X is going to be the number of videos. Number of videos. And so we're going to set those two things equal to each other. So solve function can be found by setting an equation so that function a of x is equal to b of x and then solving for x. All right, let's see if we're actually doing that. Look, we are. All right, so next one, we'll probably stop here for a little bit. You know what? How long has it been? Let's just keep going. We will get this whole page. It'll be a longer video, but I think we should be all right. All right, so atomic stream, we had at, I think it was, a of x is just 10 plus x. Video blitz, we had at 15 plus 0.5x, or half of x. So the two functions are written in this notation, set notation, equals 10 plus x, and b of x equals 15 plus, let's say 1/2 x instead of 0.5. Fractions might be a little easier to solve. So we set them equal to each other. 10 plus x, 15 plus 1/2 x, all right? And if you subtract 10 from both sides, right here you get, well, you get 1/2 x equals, oh, and then you subtract 1/2. So they look how much they solved it. They subtracted 1/2 x from here and got 1/2 x, so they went minus 1/2 x, minus 1/2 x, and minus 10 and minus 10. That brought the numbers over here, and the x is over here. And then if you double this, you get 1x, so if it's 1/2 x, so you multiply both sides by 2, you got x is 10. Alright, so what if we plug that in? What if we plug in 10? So we would have 10 plus 10, and that would be 20 videos. The cost of each service is $20, and when the movies are 10 videos. So you would take, so this one says, when would you use atomic stream? Well, when it's less than 10 videos, and you use blitz when you have more than 10 videos. All right? We got two more down here we're going to hit. On cable television, ooh, let's get so you guys can see it. All right. Provider has $60 setup fee and charges $80 per month. Another one has $160 and charges $70 a month. So this one costs more but cheaper per month. This one sets up cheaper but more per month. So I'm just going to set it up. I'm going to say the first one is going to be f of t. All right, and that's going to be 80 per month plus 60. We'll make the next one g of t, which is going to be 70 per month plus 160. All right, and then we'll set them up to each other and solve. So we'll say 80t plus 60 equals 70t plus 160. Let's start by subtracting that. That'll give us 80t equals 70t plus 100. All right, subtract 70t, 10t equals 100. And if we divide by 10, 10 equals t equals 10. So both will be equal in 10 months. All right, we got one more to do here. And then we're a big chunk of the way through. I think this is page 4. The Strauss family is deciding between two lawn care services. Green Lawn charges $49 startup fee and $29 per month. This other one, Yard Guard, sorry, it's $25 startup fee and $37 per month. So let's set it up. All right, so the first one, F of T, all right, was $29 per month plus $49. That per month plus $49 will make G of T equals, what is that, $37 per month plus 25, and we'll just see whether they're the same by setting them equal. Alright, so 29t plus 49 equals 37t plus 75. So let's subtract, let's subtract 29t first, minus 29t. That will give us 49 equals, what is that, 8t plus 75? And did I do this right? Let me see really quick. Oh, this is 25. I was looking at the 75. That's a 25. Now we're good. Minus 25. Minus 25. And we got 24 equals 8t. If we divide by 8, we got t equals 3. Let's sharpen my pencil for the next video. But there it is. There's some sample problems. When we get back, we have 3 more pages. And talk to you soon.